At the nation's best-known beach, dawn brings a cult of hardy swimmers.
Here we go.
What's the name of your swim group?
It's the Great White Swim Group.
Is that out of optimism or terror? How often are you thinking about sharks when you're out there?
Like today I probably wouldn't, except that you mentioned it.
I'm worried more about getting washed out to sea, I think, than you do getting eaten by a shark.
Try not to think about it. The chances of a shark attack are so small. So yeah, just keep going and hope for the best.
On the sand and out through the breakers, it's peak hour. Over winter, there are no nets at any New South Wales beach, yet these swimmers are undeterred.
Actually, we go looking for sharks. So we wear our little GoPros and we go and look for the grey nurses when they've got the bait balls around because they're harmless.
When the nets return next month, they'll stretch about 150 metres across an 800-metre bay.
It's really like just having a little volleyball net in the middle of the bay, underwater, and it's not protecting. It's not like those shark-proof enclosures you get in the harbour.
From a headland overlooking Bondi, Jason Iggulden launches his drone most mornings to search for sharks and often films their interactions with people.
Oh, what's your foot, mate? Oh. Look at him. Massive.
Quite regularly, like especially with the grey nurse. They are always hanging around the humans, but they're just after the salmon.
Of course, sharks aren't always benign. Over 5 years of filming, he's spotted 3 great whites, including this one off Tamarama.
It's massive, man. It's got to be 4 metres.
Oh, loss. That's huge.
It's got to be 4 metres, man.
We got a big great white out there. We recommend get out ASAP. There's a big great white shark out there.
Shark fear is as old as ocean swimming. Why do we have shark nets?
So we have shark nets in Australia because Milton Coughlin, who was an 18-year-old Coogee surf lifesaver, was bitten and died from a shark bite in 1922. And that created a panic across Australia.
4 weeks after the young man's death, another swimmer was taken at Coogee, provoking acres of bloodthirsty newspaper coverage and a demand for action.
It was a tragedy for the entire community, and nets were seen as the answer to that.
Australians probably spend more time in the surf than any other nation.
Any of you see it? How long do you reckon it was?
Oh, about 6 foot.
For nearly a century, nets have been the solution, but that's changing. Next year, they'll be pulled out a month early, on March 1.
They've protected people for that period of time, but we do want to move away from them in the future.
Nets in New South Wales are installed only on a small part of the coast, between Wollongong and Newcastle. Over the past 5 years, they have caught 180 sharks considered a threat to people, tiger, bull and great whites, but also more than 1,500 other marine animals, including grey nurse sharks, turtles and rays.
That's why the New South Wales Government is investing a significant amount of money in technology, new technology, to monitor for sharks, to keep people safe and also to protect marine life. But we've got to be sure that the technology works.
I think it's a ridiculous idea.
Fred Paul is a surf writer who believes in shark nets.
There have been dozens and dozens, scores of fatal attacks at unprotected beaches, but statistics tell you that the nets work because there have been fewer attacks at protected beaches.
The statistics are difficult to interpret, as most beaches aren't netted. But 35 shark encounters have been recorded at netted beaches, including one fatality. Nationally, shark incidents are becoming more frequent. From 24 in the 70s, to 159 in the 2010s. This decade, there's already been 84 so-called unprovoked shark incidents, which includes events without an injury, like a shark biting a surfboard.
More people are going in the ocean, they do more things, and they stay in for longer. And they also go out further.
At the centre of separating swimmers from dangerous sharks, Dr. Paul Butcher.
Even one shark bite a year is too much, and it's great that we can put those new and novel technologies to replace those archaic programs that we've used with nets. But at the moment, nets are alongside smart drum lines, drones, tag shark listing stations, and it's working. There's very few shark bites.
Around 2,000 tagged great whites, tigers and bull sharks are tracked as they move up and down the coast. The data is dispelling myths, like jaws lurking off a beach. Great whites are constantly migrating.
We've shown that sharks definitely don't spend any time off a local beach. They travel at 4 to 5 kilometres an hour. Most often when we've caught them or they're being detected on a tag shark listing station, the next day they're up to 100 kilometres away.
To track big sharks, you must first catch them.
We've got 4 smart drum lines deployed here, approximately 500 metres offshore with a tag shark listing station.
At the 305 drum lines off the coast, an alert is triggered when something's hooked.
On average, the fishermen are on the buoy within 13 to 15 minutes. We catch the shark, we take a range of biological samples and measurements. We tag the animal. If it's a white tiger or bull shark, we release it. Our job's done.
So if they are released alive, how is the program protecting swimmers?
Across New South Wales, we have 37 tag shark listing stations which send real-time alerts to the public via the Shark Smart app and also the Shark Smart Twitter feed. So we're informing the public on where and when target sharks are.
At Bondi Beach, after a swim across the bay and some deep water contemplation, the great white humans return to shore, invigorated and in all senses alive. What are your thoughts when you're out there in the deep?
You just try not and think about it. You know what it's like. You're just swimming along like, don't think about sharks, don't think about sharks, don't think about sharks. And like, you know, you'll swim for 6 months and not think about it. And then one day you'll have like just some bad juju and suddenly think about it. And you do get a bit scared, but you just sort of put it at the back of your mind and keep swimming.